Many engines have visited the island of Sodor, from heritage railways or the national collection over the years. From Flying Scotsman to the city of Truro, to diesels who came to help from the other railway. Some leave after a while, others stay, like Barry. One day an old friend came back to the island. Stepney, the Bluebell engine, steamed happily into Elsbridge smiling. "Hello, Percy," he peeped. Percy was surprised.
"Hello, Stepney. What are you doing here?"
The little engine asked, confused. He hadn't seen Stepney for a few years, and hadn't been told he was coming back. "My railway has loaned me to yours for a while. I'm to work my own branch line for a bit till some engines are finished in your works."
"Our works? There are no engines in our works being built,"
Percy protested. Having just come back from a steam test, Stepney just winked. "They were there when I dropped off their parts." He chuckled and steamed off with a works train and some flatbeds as his signal changed. Over the next few days the big engines would drop off ballast trucks and flatbeds with rails and sleepers off at the yards, and Stepney would take them away after Percy shunted them for him.
"Where are these going, Stepney?"
he asked one day. "I can't tell you that, not yet." And Stepney steamed off. Percy was cross. He didn't like not being told anything. Thomas steamed into the station. "What's got you so cross?"
"Stepney, he isn't telling me where he's taking his trucks."
"Does he have to?" Percy just sighed.
"No, but he said engines were at the works for a new branch line."
Thomas just chuckled. "Edward said he'd found something and taken it to the works. I saw him last week with 3 objects under tarpaulin." Percy looked even more confused. Thomas's guard blew his whistle and Thomas left peeping.
3 objects? What's going on?"
And he chuffed off to get the mail train. He puffed around the island that night and smiled. He knew he had to stop in the works anyway. As he neared the junction to Crovan's Gate, the signal was at red. "Bother!" A signalman walked over. "Sorry, Percy. Stepney is doing work on the line. You'll have to go meet Peter Sam at the wharf." Just then, Stepney puffed past with more sleepers. "Toot toot, hello Percy, still working?" And he disappeared into the night. Percy sighed and headed to the wharf. He dropped his mail off with Peter Sam and headed home. The next day all the engines were called to the old station. When they got there, for the sidings were new, and Stepney stood on the turntable, proud as anything. "I would like to thank you all for coming today, and for our guest Stepney, who has rebuilt the old line. I now declare the old Kirk Ronan branch line open." The fat controller said. Everyone cheered, the engines whistled, and the coaches just groaned at the noise. Percy smiled, finally knowing what was going on. Stepney took his passenger train and was a huge success. "Sorry for not telling you, Percy," Stepney said that night when Percy delivered the mail.
"It's okay, it was a nice surprise, but do tell me more about the engines."
"Well, can you keep a secret?" Stepney asked, and Percy smiled.
"Yes, I can."
"Well," said Stepney, "but I must stop there, otherwise I'll spoil the next story."